It would be a massive upset if Winsome Earl-Sears, the Republican, won this race. It would be a very big surprise if this ends up being suspenseful and goes deep into the night. But a couple places that I'm going to be looking at here. First of all, you always talk about Northern Virginia here. This is where population-dense, large, giant counties here, a lot of suburbs, exurbs, bedroom communities of Washington, D.C. One that I want to key in on right here is Stafford. Oh, that is a dot, not a click. Here we go. This is Stafford County. And let me show you why I'm keying in this. Here's sort of the fringes here of the D.C. metro area. Last year, Kamala Harris beat Donald Trump here. Close, but she beat him by a point. Here's what happened when Glenn Youngkin, the current Republican governor, ran in 2021. He won it by double digits. So this is the kind of county. These are the types of voters. Again, you're kind of into suburbs, exurbs here, professional class, a lot of commuters. You're talking about the types of voters who were willing to back Youngkin in 21, who do not like Donald Trump. Winsome Earl-Sears has had trouble. The polls are telling us with those voters all campaign long, especially now with Trump back in the White House. This is the kind of county she's got to be winning. She's got to be winning by a big margin. And if we don't see that when these results come in, I think it's going to confirm what a lot of the polling's been telling us. Yeah. Jack Ciattarelli, now remember, he ran 4 years ago. He nearly unseated the Democratic governor, Phil Murphy, who is not running for re-election. Mikey Sherrill, the congresswoman, has been leading Ciattarelli in the polls, but much closer than we see in Virginia. Two types of voters very quickly I want to look at here in New Jersey. Number one is just what I was describing a second ago in Virginia, talking about the suburbs, higher income, lots of college degrees, white-collar professionals, the suburbs that don't like Donald Trump. This is Somerset County, Bedminster, where Trump's golf club is in this county. Harris won this in a landslide last year. When Ciattarelli ran 4 years ago, he didn't win it, but wow, he made it close here. Is he making it close here again tonight? He needs these voters who were willing to consider him 4 years ago to still be willing to come on board, even though Trump is back in the White House, and even though they do not like Donald Trump. And the other voters I'm looking at here, particularly interesting, take a look at Passaic County here. Large Hispanic population, 40% of the population in Passaic. Trump made massive gains with Hispanic voters last year. This was a national story, and this was a New Jersey story. So much that Trump won this county. First Republican to win it at the presidential level in decades. We want to see tonight, it's Jack Ciattarelli's name on the ballot, not Donald Trump. Does that momentum continue with Hispanic voters, or does this group go back to being a core Democratic constituency, which we've traditionally seen? We know Mamdani beat Cuomo. He beat him by double digits in the Democratic primary by 12 points. And we know Mamdani's been leading in the polls. They've been a bit all over the place, but the one constant has been Mamdani is leading. What Cuomo is hoping to pull the upset here, he's hoping for a coalition. First of all, age is a big part of this. What have we seen in the polls? Basically, voters over 45, Cuomo actually is doing well with, often leading in the polls. Voters under 45, he's getting clobbered with. So Cuomo wants an older electorate today. We're going to be looking at neighborhoods in New York City where there's older median age. That's where Cuomo wants to be running up the score, and that's where he wants there to be huge turnout. He also thinks he has an opportunity. He's done well traditionally with black voters in the Bronx in particular. See what turnout is there as well. Jewish voters. He thinks he could do very well with Jewish voters. And the other group he needs, and this gets to what you just said about Donald Trump, he needs Republicans. There are some Republicans in New York, and a lot of them are backing Curtis Sliwa. If Cuomo's going to have any chance, he needs consolidation. He needs those Republicans to show up at the polls today, look at Sliwa's name, look at Cuomo's, hold their nose, and check off Cuomo's name.